back, everybody. So today I am doing harvest on my green beans, and one of the great things about having your green beans is they like to trellis everywhere, and I got them on my privacy fence, and they like to trellis on the back side of the fence. So the great thing is I got these raised beds here that I can stand on and reach over the fence and grab my green beans. And I do have a couple of them over here that's ready to harvest. Like that, just a couple of them. But I know sometimes I do have a lot more than this on the other side of the fence. So if you use your privacy fence as your green bean trellis, just remember they're gonna go through the fence, and you have to pick the green beans that's on the other side. Heard it rolling. All right. Anyway, oh Lordy mercy. All right. So it's getting the last of October, and my tomatoes are starting to die on me. So I'm gonna pick the last few tomatoes that are on the plant, and they're small. They're not gonna do anything else. I think that's all of them. That's all I got out of it. So anyway, like I said, late October. It's getting fall season, and tomatoes are done for this year. So I'm gonna pull up their cages and pull up their plants. What's your dog? Gonna give me 5? Yeah, good boy. So here we go. We're gonna pull up some tomato cages.
I try to stack my tomato cages. That way they're not just strolled around everywhere. All right, and time to pull up the tomatoes.
These will go in the burn pile, and the ashes from them will be put back on the garden. So I do have 2 tomato plants that are still doing fairly good, so I'm going to leave those. I got one there and one over here. Both of those are Brandywine tomatoes, and like I said, they're still doing okay, so I'm going to leave them until they play themselves out. So tune in next time, y'all. No, that's totally what I wanted. You ready to go? Come on. Yeah, I came out here to do the raspberries, and I almost walked into that fella right there. He's a big one. You got a web all over these raspberries. Okay, I got several raspberries out here that's ready to be picked. And like I said, you just basically by feel, they're gonna be a little bit soft, and they'll come right off the vine when they're ripe. If you have to give it a little bit of force to try to get it off the vine, leave it on there because it's not ripe. Okay, this was the last of it. Got some raspberries here, and I got a couple of nice blackberries. So I'll probably give it another, and that's all the raspberries I got this afternoon. So I'll probably give it another skip a day, and then do the harvest on the blackberries and raspberries the day after, and I should have a lot more. So anyway, doing the harvest on the oaky now, and you know, I like them. I like my oaky boiled or raw, but and I like them when the oaky is about 2 to 3 inch, excuse me, 2 to 3 inches long. To me, that's perfect size for boiling. Now, if you want them fried, you want to let them get a little bit longer. That way, you get more oaky for your pod. So anyway, what I do is I got my little knife here. I just cut them off. Now, normally, like this right here, if it has a leaf underneath it, I'll cut that leaf also. That's my pruning method. So anyway, that's how I harvest my oaky. Wait patiently. Okay, now it's time to harvest my goji berries. So when they turn red, they're ripe, but of course, me being colorblind, it's a little bit harder for me to tell. But you can also tell by feel if they're soft, a little soft, and they just kind of like a raspberry. They'll just fall right off the vine, and like I said, they're a little bit soft, and they'll put right off the vine without any effort. And that's how I tell when they're ripe and ready to pull. And this little bush here, goji berry bush, is just loaded down with them right now. And like I said, this is the last of October, and my garden is still thriving pretty well. All right, there's been a good handful of goji berries. That's all the ones I picked today. Nice little harvest. Okay, I'm doing a harvest on my tomato patch here. They're still going strong. These are just a few of the tomatoes I've gotten so far. So, like I said, they're still going strong. It's late October, and I'm real happy with this tomato patch. It's done really well for me this year. Okay, I'm back in my hogo bed today, and I want to plant some turnips in this little bare spot here. So all I want to do is just kind of break up the ground just a little bit. This way it gives the, when the turnips start sprouting, it gives loose dirt for the roots to grab a hold of. All right, so I am going to be planting these purple top white globe turnips. That's what I'm planting in here. So I kind of loosened up the ground a little bit, and then I'm just going to kind of sprinkle them out here. Pretty thick. Like that, and then just kind of lightly cover them up. Cover them up with a little bit of leaves here too. The leaves will hold moisture, so that'll help them germinate. Kind of like that. Give them a couple days, and we'll shoot to have turnips coming up. Okay, I want to also harvest some cilantro. I think I may make some salsa tonight. I'm not real sure. But anyway, this cilantro came from my spring crop. These are seeds that fell off of the ones that I let go to seed, and they just they just grew back on their own. So, and they're doing really well. So anyway, I'm just gonna harvest a little bit. And cilantro, man, This stuff smells so good. Oh yeah, I love the smell of cilantro. And it tastes really good too. Alright, I'll be right back to show y'all what I'm harvesting next. Anyway, your cilantro, you want to stay on top of it. If your plants get too big, you come out the next day and they've already went to seed, so you want to kind of keep them cut down while they're young. And if you keep them cut down, they will keep producing, and that way you can keep enjoying the bounty off of them, the fruit and vegetables up there, the leaves off of them, whatever. But anyway, these things, like I said, I love these things. Oh man, they smell so good, and they're delicious. I love them. So anyway, like I said, stay on top of it, keep them cut down while they're young. If not, they'll grow up really fast on you and they'll go to seed before you know it, and then it's too late unless you want to keep the seeds. So anyway, so yeah, they're so strong and smell so good. These are perfect for like your homemade street tacos, your burritos, your any kind of Mexican food, your salsa. This makes your salsa taste so much better. Yeah, just anything that you want to spice up, throw a little cilantro in it. It's really, really good. This is what I've gotten so far. Just this little patch of cilantro right here. That's a pretty nice little harvest. Another good thing is you can sell this. Who wouldn't want to buy organic cilantro from your local farmer? I mean, come on. This stuff is delicious. Okay, next thing is finally I'm harvesting my turnips. Ain't they beauties? What are you doing, garden dog? Garden the garden again? So anyway, I planted these probably about a month and a half ago, and they're finally up big enough for me to harvest them. And guess what I'm having for dinner tonight? Turnip greens, yes! Love me some turnip greens. So anyway, you want to start at the bottom. You want to get your bigger leaves and just pinch them off with your thumb. And whenever you do this, if you get the whole plant, you want to make sure you save at least 3 leaves at the top of your plant. That way it can continue to reproduce for you. It'll keep on growing. Don't want to do that. You don't want to pull the whole plant up. If you do happen to pull the whole plant up, just dig your little hole, stick it back in the ground. It'll keep growing. I harvested my greens, my turnip greens, and I only got like half a row to harvest. And this is what I got, and this is enough for me for my dinner tonight. And I'm ready to have some fresh, organic greens for dinner. I can't wait. They're mouth-watering. Yeah, like I said, they're mouth-watering. Good stuff. What you doing, Pudgy? You want to shake hands again? You want to shake? No? Or eat something? Here, shake. There you go. Good boy. Okay, what I'm doing next is I want to put some Epsom salt around my peppers and tomato plants. They're supposed to mix 1 tablespoon for every gallon of water, but it's supposed to rain here in the morning, so I'm just going to put the Epsom salt down. It's just by itself. And like I said, it's supposed to help the plants grow better, and it's supposed to help keep the bugs off of them and stuff like that. So anyway, that's what I'm doing right now. I got my little spoon here, and I'll just sprinkle it around the base of them. I'm going to put a couple of teaspoons just because we're supposed to have quite a bit of rain in the morning.